Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So we have a very interesting question for you today. How can someone decide the capacity of the solar plant to be installed by them?
See, typically there are three factors which decides what kind of capacity can be installed on your rooftop. Number one, we analyze your electricity bills for last 12 months. Second, space available in rooftop, notably shadow-free area. And third, the finances you intend to invest on solar plant.
Okay, sir. Could you please elaborate? What role do these factors play and how are they relevant in decision making about the capacity of the solar plant?
Let us assume you have a sanctioned load of 400 kilowatt and a connected load of 250 kilowatt. By analyzing your monthly bills, we determine about your consumption pattern month on month and also average consumption in a year. This helps us determine the capacity of solar plant to be installed to neutralize the total consumption in a year. Let's call it capacity 001. Now, approximately 1300 units per kilowatt of solar plant per year is assumed to arrive at solar capacity. If we consume about 300,000 units in a year, then divide by 1300, it comes to about 220 kilowatt of solar plant required to neutralize all the consumption in the year. Based on your consumption, there could be two possibilities. One, the determined capacity is more than the connected load, or it is less than the connected load. Various discoms have different rules. Some allow you to install any capacity irrespective of your connected or sanctioned load, even more than 100% of your sanctioned load. Some discoms allow you to install equal to 80% of your connected load. Some discoms allow X% of your connected load. Also, discoms in certain areas have put a cap for the distribution transformer of your installation, X% of distribution transformer capacity. Therefore, whatever is the lowest of all above becomes the capacity which can be determined to be installed at your rooftop. Let's call it capacity 002, which becomes the maximum deployable capacity as of now.
Okay, sir. So that covers factor 1, which is electrical consumption. Please tell us about factor 2, which is the size of the roof.
Having arrived at a capacity by analysis of bills, now the space required to accommodate this capacity needs to be analyzed vis-a-vis the shadow-free area available on our roof. We can easily determine the shadow-free area through an instrument called shadow analyzer. If the area required to accommodate the determined capacity based on electrical bills is not available on our rooftop, then the area available becomes the constraint. And now the capacity based on available rooftop space will be calculated. And lower of the two shall become the capacity which can be installed. Let's call it capacity 003. In fact, the ballpark figure for calculating this is about 70 to 100 square feet area required for 1 kilowatt of solar plant.
Okay, sir. Perfect. Now please tell us the last and the most inquired about factor, which is the cost of investment.
Okay. Having arrived at capacity 003 through analysis of electricity bills and the space available, we can arrive at an investment required for installation of this capacity of solar plant. If it suits your budget, we can go ahead. Or if your budget is lower than this, then we will have to calculate the capacity which can be installed within your budget, and that becomes capacity 004. Approximately 36 to 42 rupees per watt peak is the estimated expenditure, depending on which technology, which type of roof and all that is required So depending on your budget, we can calculate what is the capacity which can be installed within your budget. Here it may be necessary to understand that an additional 40% of the total capacity can also be installed on ground in addition to the total rooftop space available according to the solar rooftop policy.
Okay, sir. So having decided the capacity and we know solar panels are the heart of the system, which solar panels should be used?
Let's start by understanding various types of solar panels that are available in the market. 1. Thin film solar panels. 2. Thick film solar panels. Thin film technology is quite old and no longer being used because of very low efficiency, approximately 13% or less. It also suffers from unpredictable degradation of solar cells. Thick film technology is a mature technology and has predictable, reliable results. Efficiency also is higher, from 16 to 21.6%. Thick film solar panels can be categorized into 4 main types. Type 1. Polycrystalline solar panels, also known as polypanels. They have an efficiency of 15 to 17%. Maximum wattage available in 335. Degradation in first year is 2.5% and subsequent years is 0.75% year on year. Minimum output guaranteed by the manufacturers at end of 25 years is 80% of the solar panels. These are made of polysilicon and its solar cells behave as siblings. 335 watt peak panel consume a space of about 2 square meter. Type 2. Monocrystalline and monocut cells solar panels, also known as monopanels. Their efficiency is 17 to 21.6%. Maximum wattage available is 345 to 650 watts as of now. Degradation in first year is 2% and in subsequent years is 0.55%. The minimum output guaranteed at the end of 25 years of solar panels is 85%. These are made of monosilicon and its solar cells behave as identical twins. 550 watt peak panels consume an area of 2.61 square meters. Type 3. Bifacial solar panels. They utilize the reflection on the ground or the rooftop. Their efficiency is 18 to 20%. They are available in 400 to 500 watt peak sizes. Their claim is 11% more energy through reflection, but it has proven to be practically unavailable. Type 4. HIT solar panels. They have efficiency of 19.1 to 20.3% and are available in 335 to 450 watt peak capacity. Overall, polycrystalline or monocrystalline cut cells are the best choice for customers. And the final deciding factor is availability of space versus required capacity of solar plant to be installed.
Sir, could you tell us some scenarios where monopanels are more suitable than polypanels and also vice versa?
Sure. Theoretically, both polypanels and monopanels deliver exactly the same amount of power. But let's consider scenario 1, where a factory tin shed has a space of 100,000 square feet and their solar plant capacity is only 500 kilowatt peak. In this case, polypanels would make business sense because polypanels are less expensive and we have enough rooftop space to accommodate polypanels. Now let's consider scenario 2, where a residential house has planned to put 20 kilowatt peak of solar panels. But the rooftop space available is only 1500 square feet. In this case, they have to go for monopanels because if they install polypanels, 20 kilowatt cannot be installed in the given roof area.
So what about size of panels? Are bigger sized panels better than smaller ones?
Simply speaking, bigger sized panels are higher wattage monocrystalline panels, whereas smaller ones are polycrystalline panels with lower wattage capacity. Mono solar panels have higher efficiency. They require lesser space in terms of square footage consumed on roof than smaller panels. So if your goal is to save roof space, then mono panels work best. However, in some cases where space is not a constraint, smaller poly panels would be more suitable.
Okay, sir, another question that we keep hearing is, should I go for Chinese, Indian or German panels? What is your take on this?
This is a very important question to address, as a lot of myth and lies are going around about this topic. Actually, if you address this question genuinely, then every single panel available in the market is Chinese, as more than 95% of the solar cells are sourced from China. So all that is left for any other panel manufacturer is to do assembly, a frame. One should go for a good brand that is available at a good price, regardless of which country the panel has been manufactured in. The government of India has put some restrictions for China-made panels to promote Indian panels. But the core of these panels is also solar cells, which are made in China. In some cases, the cells are routed through Vietnam to avoid customs duty, but actually they are all Chinese. So my take on this is, you should go for large manufacturers, be it Chinese or Indian. Tier 1 suppliers who have automated plants, their manufactured panels are good whether they are Chinese or Indian.